high roar, and a master ball. The hell?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. You're watching the channel Dr. Applesauce 2. My name's Will. It's another beautiful day here in Texas. I hope you guys know that I love you, God loves you, that there's an awesome plan for your life. Yeah, this is a wild one, guys. This is a crazy one. With the hype of prismatic evolutions, obviously there's going to be bad actors. Obviously there's going to be scammers and stuff like that. But what I'm going to show you today is absolute proof that resealed packs are being sold and people are getting a hold of them, and who really knows what's going on, but there's a lot of really weird stuff about this one. To be clear, I want to say I am not certain exactly who is scamming who here. Evidence looks bad and it points in a bunch of different directions, but I want to be clear and say I'm not sure who exactly is scamming who here. I'm going to present the evidence, and then I dug a little bit deeper and found some more stuff that looks really, really bad. Let's just see what you guys think. Check this video out.
Data scope, good luck.
Big chases.
High roar, and a master ball. The hell?
Did you guys catch that? What's going on there is this streamer opened a pack, gets to the back, and what's really, really interesting is this pack has a Pokeball holo and a Master Ball holo. And behind the Master Ball holo is an energy card that has Zach 7 ETB written on it. Now, if you're not familiar with live breaks and you're not familiar with, people doing rip and ships, what happens a lot with Pokemon is people will take spare energy cards and you write your customer's name and what they've ordered on it. So if Zach was in somebody's live stream and bought 7 ETBs, you might write Zach 7 ETBs and then you throw that in with their order so you know whose it is. How in the world does an energy card with somebody's live break order written on it end up in a booster pack? There's only one explanation: that the pack was resealed. This is the craziest thing that I've ever seen before, on top of the fact that there's a Master Ball and a Pokeball. Granted, the Master Ball holo isn't one that really anybody's going to care about, but getting a Master Ball and a Pokeball in a pack is pretty rare. But that fact that there's right there written Zach 7 ETB written on that energy card is proof that this pack was resealed. So this is very interesting, okay? So I saw this on Instagram, and the guy who sent it to me on Instagram, I looked at his video, and the streamer who's right here opening it, Pokemon 2 Go on Instagram, he streams under Vortex Breaks on Whatnot. So Vortex Breaks is, there's a bunch of people that'll have like a big streaming umbrella, and then they have a bunch of different streamers underneath that umbrella. We've seen it before. So Pokemon 2 Go actually commented on this video, which I thought was really cool, and commented and said, "Hello, I'm the streamer. Yes, I saw this and was confused. No, I was not resealing packs. I wouldn't jeopardize my career and reputation for resealed. I have bought a lot of prismatic to stream, obviously, loose packs to sealed products at shows. No way I would reseal and replace an energy card. If you had watched the stream, there was an Umbreon Master Ball, Flareon SIR, a lot of top chases were pulled that stream. Honestly, I don't have a good explanation of what happened. I simply refunded the buyer and moved on." And then I said, hey, there's zero way someone's name would be written on an energy card as if it were used in a break without the pack being resealed, which is absolutely true. So to this guy's credit, Pokemon 2 Go, I went to his Instagram and it said, Whatnot Vortex Breaks. And then so I go to Vortex Breaks on Whatnot and see that they have a pretty substantial account, something like 50,000 followers on Whatnot. And then they have a bunch of clips of other stuff, right? So to his credit, in all of these clips, there's a ton of clips of different streamers on Vortex Breaks hitting really good cards all the time. Things that look completely legit and nothing looks strange. But when I dug a little bit deeper is when it started to get really, really weird. Now, I did talk to this guy Pokemon 2 Go. I'll show you that chat here in a second. But I went into on Whatnot on Vortex Breaks. You can go into clips and you can see clips where people have made clips of their streams and all kinds of different stuff. So I go through and I'm like, okay, clearly this is a streaming umbrella that a bunch of streamers are underneath it. I wonder if another streamer would have written on that card and maybe somehow packs got resealed. I'm not sure. I'm going to show you something, but again, I want to be clear. I'm not positive what's happening here and who's scamming who here, okay? I'm not saying that the streamer, the Pokemon 2 Go guy streamer tried to reseal and scam anybody. I'm not certain. I'm not certain what's going on. It's very possible that the Pokemon 2 Go guy bought single booster packs that were resealed from somebody. I'm not sure exactly what's happening, but something looks really, really weird. And somebody somewhere is definitely reselling Prismatic Evolutions packs and selling them to streamers or selling them as a streamer or something. But I went into the Vortex Breaks clips and looking at a bunch of clips from a bunch of their other streamers, and I found some clips from another streamer that are really interesting. So look at this video right here, okay? Okay, I'm going to show you that video again. I want you to pay really close attention to, as he's writing it down, he writes down a number, 7919. Watch that again. Now, that's another streamer under the Vortex Cards umbrella, where the Pokemon To Go guy who had the crazy pack with the written energy card, he streams under as well. What's interesting right there is he writes 7919. That 7 that he writes looks exactly like the 7 on the Fighting Energy card that says 7 ETB. Look at that. Don't those look exactly the same? But wait, there's more. Here's another clip of the same guy. Okay, so you see how he writes 205 on that Pikachu? He writes 205 on that Pikachu. If you look at the Z under Zach on the clip that is in Suspicion, right? The Z and the 2, look at those two, the Z and the 2. That little swish, that little hook at the bottom of the Z and the bottom of the 2, to me, looks really, really, really similar. It looks really, really, really similar. Let's review. We have the Pokemon To Go guy who opened the pack that had the card with the Zach 7 ETB inside the pack, written on the energy card inside the pack. Impossible. Impossible for that to happen without that pack being resealed, okay? So we have that. And then if we take that and we look at the writing from the other streamer who streams under Vortex Cards as well, and you look at that 7 on that one little team bag right there that he's writing down, the 7919. If you look at the 7 from the ETB, the Zach 7 ETB, and you look at the 7 from that one, they look like they're the exact same 7. And then if you look at the 2 from the Pikachu and you look at the Z from Zach, that little hook underneath the 2 and the Z looks exactly the same to me. It looks exactly the same. So what I'm getting at is I'm not certain what's going on, but you have one streamer under Vortex Cards who opened a pack, and inside that pack was a energy that had somebody's previous order, Zach 7 ETBs, written on it. Another streamer under Vortex Cards that I went and researched and looked through all these clips, writing down things, looks like they have the same handwriting that was on the energy card that was in the resealed pack. I have no crazy proof, but to me, that looks really, really, really strange. It looks really, really, really weird, and it looks really, really, really bad. That pack is obviously resealed. What exactly is going on here? Who knows? Pokemon To Go, the one who's streaming under Vortex Cards, did respond to me on Instagram. Let's look at this conversation real quick. I said, hey, I just saw that video. Obviously, I'm going to make a video on it. Would you like to say your piece? He said, I didn't reseal that. I would not jeopardize my reputation I have built to do this is my full-time job. I was buying tons of packs to be able to stream. The pack could have come resealed or someone else messed with it and sold me a resealed pack and I didn't know it. No way I'm going to reseal and replace an energy card. On top of that, right of the stream, there were better cards pulled, best being an Umbreon Master Ball, Flareon, EXSR, a bunch of other Evolutions Master Balls. I said, I hear you. There's obviously multiple people streaming under Vortex Cards. Do y'all share product? Whoever y'all work for, do they ship product to all of you guys? Do y'all stream out of the same studio? How does it work? We do not share product. We source it all on our own. I said, because there's zero way that card is in a non-tampered pack. There is another streamer under Vortex Cards who writes his 7s just like the 7 that's written on that Fighting Energy. Yeah, because someone's name is on it, but again, who is replacing the energy? I agree. The fact that there's a Master Ball in there is weird, but still, it was 100% resealed pack. Notice he doesn't acknowledge the fact that I said there's another streamer that writes their 7s the exact same way. It could just be that he just overlooked it, wasn't paying attention. I don't know. That's just something that I'm noticing. He says, we source our own product. I know I had purchased a bunch of loose and sealed prismatic. Obviously, I had to break them all except the 2 ETB displays and open them at the end. I know I'm just as confused as everybody else of resealing. I would assume the Master Ball and Pokeballs would be taken out. I don't know. I know this is going to affect my reputation. I built, even though I am not resealing. Man, the grammar's really bad here. I make good money streaming and doing shows. So let's rephrase. Okay, so he's saying, hey, I didn't reseal these. And obviously, yeah, even if he did reseal them, he's going to say he didn't reseal them. It's very strange. It's really odd. In my opinion, if I was streaming and that happened and I'm like, what the hell? And I'm innocent and there's a code card with somebody's name written on it, I'm not going off screen and being quiet. I'm going to be like, guys, what the heck? I freaking did not do this. I'm going to be refuting it over and over and over and over and over again. That's just me. But what we have here in summary, and you can take all this information and put your tinfoil hat on. We can see how deep the rabbit hole goes. I don't know. But what we have is we have Vortex cards, the streaming platform, the streaming account that's streaming on Whatnot, and then they have multiple streamers streaming underneath them. It's not an uncommon thing. We've got the Pokemon To Go guy who opens this pack of Prismatic Evolutions that's obviously been resealed, that has a Pokeball Holo and a Master Ball Holo and a fighting energy that somebody's previous order had been written on inside of a sealed pack that he opened. That's impossible. That pack is 100% resealed. Now we also have 2 clips from another streamer streaming underneath the Vortex Cards brand that it looks like their handwriting is exactly the same as the handwriting that's on the card that was pulled out of the sealed pack. I don't have proof. I'm not some linguist and handwriting analyzer, but I look at that and I'm like, that 7 looks pretty similar. Not everybody writes their 7s like that. That little hook at the bottom of the Z and the bottom of the 2 looks pretty dang similar, but I have no proof. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments below what you think about that. It looks really, really bad. Worst case scenario, this team is opening packs and resealing packs and doing stuff and accidentally, and you could reseal a pack and do it exactly the way it's supposed to be. The cards exactly the way they're supposed to be, so nobody can be suspicious. You can totally do that. Put the energy card where the energy card's supposed to go, and somebody slipped up and put an energy card that was used on a previous order that had been written on in there. That's worst case scenario. Best case scenario, this guy, Pokemon To Go, bought some packs and bought resealed packs from somebody and accidentally sold one. I don't have definitive proof exactly what's going on, but somebody somewhere is resealing Pokemon Prismatic Evolutions booster packs and selling them. And when people are out here spending $15, $20 on a pack, that's insane. Be careful where you're buying your packs. Be careful participating in these rip and ships unless it's a streamer that you really, really know and really, really trust. At least the buyer got refunded on that one. That's good. And to their credit, if you go and look on their account, they're pulling all kinds of really good cards, and I don't see any other complaints about them, like complaints of them not shipping cards out. So there's a lot of weirdness going on here, but the market is super hyped and crazy right now in regards to this set. Be careful who you're buying from. Be really careful with these packs because there's value here. This stupid Umbreon is selling for $1,500. You can absolutely weigh these packs and find out if there's a God pack that has guaranteed to have an Umbreon in it. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? Be really careful with this product. Be really careful because there's going to continue to be bad actors out there. I'm not saying one way or the other who's scamming who, what's going on, but there's some shady stuff going on here, guys. Drop me a comment down below. You guys let me know what you think is happening with this situation. Be careful with your Prismatic Evolutions, all right? If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. That's free, and it helps the channel so much for you to do that free thumbs up for me. And check this video out right there. YouTube says you'll like it, and like I always say, find somebody to love and serve today. Be the change you want to see in the world. See you next time.